What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Almost Functional 40K. Here again with Aiden, with an unexpected video, but with
Huge.
all the reveals last night, we had to get on and do something.
Had to. Wow,
Dude,
I'm so excited, man.
I haven't been this excited about Wolves in probably since the 5th edition Codex when we first got Thunderwolves.
Yeah, wow, man. What an update. Whole new range refresh. Everything is upgraded.
Dude, they look so much cooler. Like, they're actually going back into the Viking wolves as opposed to just Wolfy Wolf. Which,
Woof, woof.
like I like Thunderwolves. They grew on me, but like they were just going too far into the wolf and getting way too far away from the Viking feel that originally got me into them back in the second.
Yeah. I'm so proud of those new models, man. Every single I'm seeing posts on Reddit in the Blood Angels, in the Space Marines, in the World Eaters of like, wow, we're so jealous of all these cool ass models. And I was like, yeah, wow.
Yeah, because World Eaters looks like they're going to get one cool new character, but the rest, but all their stuff, 8 down, all that stuff's still kind of new. So I can see why they're not going to get like a real big refresh.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Huge range refresh. Did I lose you? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, so we got the Warhammer community up over here. So these epic new Space Wolves will write sagas worthy. Sounds pretty dang good to me.
Yeah, let's get into it, man.
I'm so you want to watch this little 1-minute video they had?
Yeah.
Planet Armageddon. An imperial linchpin plagued by invasion and constant bloody warfare. Now the Blood God's followers swarm across the planet's ravaged surface. On the brink of annihilation, the world's defenders issue a desperate plea for aid. Will anyone answer their call? The Adeptus Astartes must halt the demonic tide.
Wow.
Dude, I have to tell you, when I watched that video and all this Space Wolf stuff started showing up, dude, I felt like a little kid.
I was shocked. I was like, whoa, man, what the hell? I did not expect this.
Nope, nobody was. Like, this was... And it all looked so good. Like, a lot of times I get Space Wolf stuff and I'm like a little underwhelmed by it. But this was freaking... I mean, everything looked so beautiful.
And let me tell you, I convert up every single one of my models so I think, to look cooler, but I'm legitimately thinking of not touching any of these models because they look so cool.
Nope. And from what they're saying, like, it looks like Blood Claws and Grey Hunters can actually be the core of the army again.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Yeah, so here we got a bunch of the Blood Claws. Oh, all right.
I like that they kept it kind of very akin to Intercessors, but with enough Space Wolf touches. The pelt, claws, belt. The heads are cool, though. The heads are cool.
Yes. Yeah, so we got all these cool new Blood Claws. Like, dude, I was trying to get the intro video with some of the new models in it. I just couldn't get it done in time for this. But, I mean, all sorts of dynamic poses. Movement 7. I'm assuming they'll still get some sort of like +1 strength, +1 attack, something. Berserk charge, Berserk raids like the Blood Claws have always had. I'm assuming they'll get some kind of cool rule like that.
Yeah, people are trying to decipher the blurry ass data cards.
Me too. I gave up. I'm like, you know what?
Screw it.
I'm interested to see if they can still go up to 15 mans.
Yeah, that's what some people are saying from the blurry data cards.
Yeah.
But they look at that cool Power Fist claw. That's dope.
Oh,
That's
I
really
know.
cool.
And they said, yeah, all more Space Wolves and Tacticus armors are going to move 7 inches.
Which is, you wouldn't think that would be huge, but the amount of time, like you're out of a charge by 1 inch, you feel a charge by 1 inch, or you're just
Oh, yeah.
1 inch away from contesting an objective, or
Yeah.
it really matters.
Well, and I'm thinking if Blood Cloves and Grey Hunters are really good again, running them in transports. Well, now you get a
Yeah,
3-inch disembark plus a 7-inch move. Now you go to minimum
potentially
10 inches.
advance and charge. Yeah, I mean they're moving
What's I'm saying?
far.
I'm assuming some of these detachments that they're giving us will get some sort of advance and charge in at least one of them.
Yeah, and also I'm paying up. I'm already building and paying some impulsors. So boom, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 painted and a 3rd primed on the shelf just because I was thinking about running a bunch of regular Blade Guard in them, and well, now that's going to switch over to this stuff. And then Grey
Gray
Hunters, dude,
hunters,
I am
man.
so hyped for Grey Hunters. Like, not only do they get the chainsword and a bolter, they actually get a better bolter than most battle line have. 3 shots, like,
Yeah, and they get to reroll wounds against objectives, so they're fantastic with Ragnar or
I
a
think that was
captain.
the Blood Claws that got the rerolls.
Yeah, that's what they said. But reading the data cards, it really does look like they get the reroll wounds, and the blood claw gets something else.
All right,
But
we'll see. It's
we'll
also
see.
blurry and hard. Yep, they could have got something wrong on stream. But
Totally, yeah, or on these data cards, who knows? But man,
yeah, who knows? But these models are like the top knot is just.
yeah, Mountain King says that he's excited for Grey Hunters. Since the Intercessor update in December, I felt dumb for taking Grey Hunters. Yeah, now they're better intercessors than in every single way, pretty much, except for they shoot slightly less hard. They have like one more move, one more OC. They have chain swords, which are an extra AP, extra attack.
Yep.
They shoot almost as hard, and they move. Yeah, they just like are better intercessors in every single way.
Yep, and if you have old Grey Hunters, you just put them on a bigger base size, and you could really still use them for the most part.
Cool heads, man. Look at that
Oh yeah,
sergeant head. That's so dope.
yeah. The top knot is just next level, and his power axe. I'm assuming. I mean, we're all assuming stuff at this one, but it might just be a power weapon, but we just get to have one that looks like an axe.
Yeah. I think that's the same thing for the Blade Guard equivalent. They get power axes, but they're pretty much power weapons.
Yeah, master crafted power weapon. Yeah, master power axe.
Though go back to
We'll
the
see.
go left one image. This guy on the left, he kind of looks like look at his eyebrows. He kind of
Yeah,
looks like he's
almost
starting to be
almost wolfing. Yeah, it's almost got the unibrow going on.
yeah.
Very feral. Yep.
Interesting. They're alluding to that Wolfen curse in the models themselves.
Yep. Yeah, I'd be interested. I'm hoping they do Wolfen. Looks like they're doing the rest of the range well. I'm hoping they give Wolfen decent rules again.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And then, and then it's like someone saying, even all of our Aquillas have wolf skulls and wolf heads. And
Yeah, I mean, I look at other intercessors equivalents like Death Company Marines intercessors equivalents, and they just don't. They have like one or two. These guys look so cool. These guys have the right amount of touch, and they also still keep to the Space Marine theme.
Yeah, they all got these little like trinkets on their legs and stuff. They put a lot of extra little detail in these guys, and these are the best Space Wolf heads I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, and OC3, are you joking?
Oh, dude, that is so huge. We'll have to see what happens with detachments because we're getting 3 new ones. So if Champions doesn't go away and we keep it, you trigger Saga Majesty. Now they're OC4.
4 OC, and then you're like, okay, maybe you take an ancient just for the funniness, and now they're 5 OC, and you're like, one dude can contest one objective against another squad of Marines. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, and they're talking about we're getting 3 detachments, and each one of them has a saga to achieve to get extra rules. So I'm interested to see if that just completely replaces Champions, or if we keep it, because I think a lot of the index attachments got slightly changed in their codexes.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm assuming will happen. We'll keep Champions. A lot of this, we'll have most of the same attachment, but it's going to change a little bit.
I'm assuming Champions Offenders will keep because that just came out for Grotmus.
Yeah,
so
Grotmus is
detachments plus that. But yeah, Champions of Rust might change, which is fine as long as the other attachments are good. I was really liking Champions, but we're going to have rules we start in and then new things we can achieve.
Yeah, I do like the sagas are actually some of the most fun.
Yeah. And it'd be nice if the army can achieve sagas. It's not all just linked to characters in some of the detachments.
Right.
And then the head takers.
Wow. All stars.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see if I'm assuming they're coming 3-mans. If we can take them as a 6-man, it said their wolves can activate independently. So I'm wondering if the wolves are an upgrade or if you have to take them.
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to work. What I would think is that you would take them as a 3-man, and they come with 3 wolves, and they have to start close together, and then they can just do different stuff.
Yep.
The wolves might have OC.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if they help. If you're in combat with the same target, if they give like +1 to wound or +1 to hit to.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, the models are just
The models are amazing.
Freaking cool.
Even
man.
if they just had regular blade guard rules, I would have been psyched. But they can pick a target. They get dev wounds and precision against it, and if they kill it, they get to pick a new unit.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rule. That's not like outstanding, amazing, but that's pretty good.
Because if I could run a 6-man of these with their dogs off doing whatever their dogs do, and stick Ragnar with them or a Judicar, assuming they're still able to lead these like they were able to lead Blade Guard, put them in an impulsor.
Yeah. And they said they had an option for taking the shield, probably for a 4-up emblem, or just doing 2 axes for 6 attacks at 6, probably 6/2/2. So that's to the point. If you get +1 wound on them, 6 attacks at 6/2/2.
We'll see. Yeah, unless it's just 5/2/2 like the Blade Guard weapon. It's just they get the precision and dev on top of it. But then if the wolves gave them like +1 to wound or something while they're harrowing a target or something, like there's all sorts of weird ways they could go with this. That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I like that when you kill your quarry, you get to pick a new target, because you can pick, usually you don't want to call your shot at the beginning of the game, so you can pick a early skirmish unit of your opponents, and then when it dies, middle of the game, you can choose a unit for them to go after, because the one that's they're already close to. So it's like a pretty decent rule. And their models, man, their models are so cool.
Yeah, and here's the double weapon guy. That is so. And that helmet's cool. Like their heads are cool, but this is also this helmet with like the
Viking style.
Yeah, like overlay on the nose, like. And they are super ornate, like wolf pelts or wolf emblems, wolf pelts, like
gorgeous, man.
Like now we gotta wait. Like that's like I don't even want to play my regular Space Wolves now. I'm like,
I know.
Where's the new stuff?
Man, holy moly!
Then we get the new Wolfguard battle leader, who obviously he's going to be able to run with those guys because he's got the same shield and stuff. That'd be super weird if he couldn't.
Yeah, lieutenant probably.
Yeah, so somebody still gives lethal hits because that's what all lieutenants done. I'm wondering what his second ability will be.
This right here, there's the Poor Hammer podcast, just did a ranking of all the Primaris lieutenants. There's like 30 of them. This right here is probably top 1 or 2 for me. Like this is one of the coolest lieutenant models. He looks like a captain. He looks like a named character.
I could easily run him as a captain with the relic sword and relic shield.
Yeah, wow, so cool. All 3 head options are dope. Like
that's nice. Yeah, you can run multiple lieutenants and they don't all just look the same.
The Thunderhammer versus the weapon.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can do Hammer Shield because that's just iconic.
So cool, man.
Yeah. And then the Wolf Priest. They said he's able to heal and give +1 to wound. He is Chaplain Apothecary again.
He buffs both offense and defense. That's what I find the best characters do, buff both offense and defense.
So, and if he can run with the head takers?
Definitely can. Yeah. Oh. Man, +1 to wound at 6 attacks, 6/2/2 or 5/2/2 is just really good. They blend everything.
I'm going to have to get so many impulsors and land raiders because I could see running 3 squads of the head takers, 1 with Ragnar, 1 with the battle leader Judicar, 1 with this guy. Although if you put him in a land raider, you might be able to run Ragnar and the battle leader together with them. And then run a Judicar and him with the other ones, and then a bunch of impulsors with like Grey Hunters and Blood. Like There's so much versatility that's going to be coming out
And
of
man,
this.
look at the model. That is the
Oh my God.
coolest priest model out of any priest model.
Yeah, the top right head is my favorite. Like
That's
the
my
wolf head
favorite
with the
too.
helm is cool, but
Also
that's if
amazing.
I'm running one, I'm got that old, ugly, mean, gnarled looking guy. Like,
Yeah. I could see any other Space Marine chapter saying, I want a Judicar or a Chaplain. I'm going to buy this model and convert it because it's just so cool.
yeah, I think he should have a special rule if you take that head called glaring stare that just does dev wounds to whatever unit you face his head towards.
Wow. Warcraft article says 20 data sheets. Kind of makes me sad. Any thoughts
Yep.
on the 20? Love the council shows to keep coming. Thanks. Thank you. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
so they said, yeah,
Appreciate
20
these shows.
unique data sheets. I'm going to look at Warhammer Community right now and pull up how many do we currently have in the index?
35. I counted 35 unique data sheets.
35. All right. So obviously, Blood Claws, Grey Hunters just getting swapped out for new versions. So what do we think? So that means Headhunters are taking the place of something. Because we're basically losing 15 data sheets.
Yeah, 15 to 18. Yeah, 15 to 16 data sheets. Makes me sad. I mean, I love Thunderwolves. They're the reason I got into Space Wolves. So
Yep.
I'm really iffy on whether or not they're going to keep them. When there was a question asked on stream, hey, is Thunderwolf staying? And they were a little dodgy about the answer. They're like, oh, keep an eye on Warhammer community. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm scared, man. But
yeah. But yeah, now that we're almost to the end of this, that'll be a fun little thing to do next. I'll pop up the index and we can scroll through it and see what we think is and isn't going to make the cut.
Yeah, pop it up.
All right, wait. Well, there we go. I was trying to move my mouse to do the thing, but I was watching it on the screen because I got double screen here, so it was on the wrong screen. I couldn't. It was. But Codex, like I want the special edition Codex isn't coming.
Oh
in
man,
box,
I'm gonna
so
buy this box set. So dope.
Oh yeah.
Might buy 2 of these box sets.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's pull up the index. Share screen. All right, so I'm assuming Logan makes the cut.
For sure. Chapter Master, he's going to get an upgrade. So there's already 5 been revealed, 5 data sheets, maybe 6 if you count the Wolves as a different one, but at least 5.
Yeah, and then Stormrider.
I think Stormrider does not make the cut unless they are doing some crazy stuff.
All right, so that would be 1 data sheet down to limit to Foot Logan.
Yeah.
Y'all probably makes the cut.
Probably. I mean, they love their Terminators.
Yeah, well, he's just been around so long. Like he was rigorously in regular power armor, so I just don't. He's just such an iconic character. This is where I get scared. Bjorn, and then when we get down to Murderfang, regular old box dreadnoughts. I could see them writing some sort of story in there on Armageddon where Bjorn last stand and Bjorn's gone. So
wow,
I'm not sure Bjorn makes it.
Yeah.
Sad. I love him. Like I said, I've been playing since second. Arjack, I could see them dropping Arjack. Not a lot of people run him. He just came up in the last few editions. He's not like a Space Wolf character from way back in the day.
Yeah, he's kind of like relatively new, but he's got an older model. Cool model though. He's a lieutenant in Terminator armor, so I don't know.
But with the new battle leader, I don't yet necessarily know we get him. Yorick
has to stay.
Yep. Now whether or not they upgrade him, because now he'd be a lot shorter than everybody else, but he just got that new model. I guess it's been a while now, but he is a recast from the old original.
Yeah, I think he's staying. I think he's one of the most iconic
I do think
characters.
we'll get a new Yorick, though. I think they will upsize him.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so that's at 3. Ragnar has to stay. That's 4.
Has to stay.
No debating there. Crom, probably gone.
Probably gone.
I've never seen anybody run him.
Nope.
Harold.
Ooh, and Canis, all the named Thunderwolf Cavalry characters. I think these are gone, honestly. Even if they keep Thunderwolf Cavalry, 20 data sheets is not a lot. And you have 4 different Thunderwolf Cavalry characters, including actually 5, including Logan on Chariot. So I think if there is a Thunderwolf Cavalry character, it's just going to be 1. They might just keep it to 1.
Yeah. So if they chose between Harold and Canis, I'm assuming they would keep Harold. but we could possibly lose both of those. Wolfguard Battle Leader and Terminator armor. I'm wondering if, because we got a bunch of just like Wolfguard Battle Leader this, Wolfguard Battle Leader that. I'm wondering if they just make us take, because are there lieutenants in Terminator armor?
There are not any lieutenants in Terminator armor.
All right, so
this is the only one.
So we might keep a Battle Leader in Terminator armor. I could see that.
I would think probably not. It's an old model. They would need a new model, but that's just my thing.
All right,
that's my guess.
Wolflord on Thunderwolf. Obviously, if we think they're keeping Thunderwolves, they keep that option.
If they keep Thunderwolves, I think this will be the one kit they keep.
And I do think they're keeping Thunderwolves.
I hope so, man. They're iconic to the faction. I love them.
Yeah. Now, Battle Leader on Thunderwolf.
He might go the way of the dodo.
He is what makes them a problem for people now. So I could see him getting cut or keeping him and losing the Wolflord. I think we'll keep one of the two. I don't know if we'll keep both.
One of the two. Yeah. Well, if the thing is, this data sheet enables an entirely new play pattern. Like this is the reason why Thunderwolves are so good. They get lethals and they get blood surge. And without that, they would not be the same data sheet.
And from what I'm seeing, they're wanting to push us back more towards an infantry-based army, which I'm fine with. That's how I used to always play them.
Yeah. And so let me pause here and go my one rant about Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Yes, go for it.
Wow, man, they're such a different and unique play than any other Marine faction. I really love that they are different. Let's go, Jordan. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I would be really sad. Like that's the one. Like Champions Rust is really good. It's very powerful, but at the end of the day, to me, it's not so significantly different of a play pattern than other Marines. You know, you think compare it to like Liberators, a strong Marines melee has some cool tricks, but like no other Marine faction has Thunderwolves. No other Marine faction does that in the same way. So I really hope they don't push all Marines into different infantry with, you know, very slightly different rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But I don't think they'll go away, but I think they're going to make it so they're not the focal point, the main way to be successful with the army. Because I like Thunderwolves, but I never really liked running more than one unit. It's just I've been forced to run multiple to be competitive in the current state of Space Wolves. So I'd love to be able to go back to just one 6-man or even just one 3-man with one character, just harass one flank while the infantry comes up behind.
Yeah, I think you and I agree they've been kind of the central backbone of the army.
Oh, especially before they fixed Champions of Rust. When Champions of Rust was still trash, before they gave us the ability to start in a saga and made it per turn instead of per battle round, when we only had Stormlance, Thunderwolves were the only way to be even semi-competitive with Space Wolves.
Yeah, they are the thing that got me into Space Wolves, so, you know.
Yeah, hopefully they'll stick around, but I don't think you can probably still build them as the core of a list, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But I don't think the army is going to be forced to do that way.
Yeah, I look at Dark Angels. They got a bunch of new kits. They get a Primarch, but they also kept Ravenwing. And Ravenwing to me are Thunderwolf of Dark Angels. They're firstborn. They're slightly smaller. They're older models, but they're also iconic to the faction. I feel that the same way about Thunderwolf Cavalry.
And Thunderwolves are on the wolves and on bigger bases. So they already look bigger than just regular firstborn Marines. So I think they could kind of just leave them alone and not have to redo them, and they will still really kind of fit in.
Yeah, I think Jordan dream scenario, they leave Thunderwolves because you're right. They do fit scale wise because they're just so big. They're such big models. And then maybe in 11th they update new Thunderwolf kits. That would be my dream scenario.
Yeah, they've been so iconic to the faction for the last couple editions. I don't see them just flat cutting them out. What they'll do. Probably what they do to a lot of stuff is they'll make them less good in this book, then maybe slightly worse in the book after that, where people really aren't running them, and then maybe cut them if that's something they want. But I do think they'll still be. Blood Claws, obviously, the data sheet just got switched out with the new Tacticus ones. So that's gone, but there. Same with Grey Hunters. They just got swapped out for the new ones. Wolfguard. I'm thinking, because they said they were talking about Wolfguard running Terminator armors and talking about Wolfguard being the head takers. So we could lose just regular foot Wolfguard in place of the head takers.
Yep. I think that's probably
which
what's happening.
I could see that being a possibility, a very strong possibility. Lucas, I could see them cutting Lucas.
Yeah, not super iconic.
He's super cool, but yeah, he doesn't really see much play. Wolfguard Terminators, I believe, are going to stay, and I believe this may be one of the things where we get a new
Kit.
upscaled kit.
Yeah, this kit did not age well. So if they're, I think they're probably keeping it as well. They'll probably get a new Terminator kit.
Yeah, well, because they even mentioned that they normally take Terminator armor in the snippet about Head Taker, so I think we keep Wolfguard Terminators. Hounds of Mordecai stay, because that's something new. They just made boxes for them.
Yep, they're upscaled already. I think Wolfen stay, and here's why. They've alluded to the curse of the Wolfen in the reveal article. They've alluded to even the models allude to the curse of the Wolfen, so they're keeping this in the faction. And the Wolfen, as much as I don't love their posing, they are already scaled appropriately for Primaris, so I think they're keeping Wolfen.
Yeah, they will keep Wolfen. They could surprise redo them because that is a little bit of an older kit, especially if they keep them semi-competitive to play, because they would sell a lot of Wolfen. And yeah, they're not going anywhere because whenever they do Rust in 11th edition, whenever they finally give us Rust, which I don't think is going to be now from what I'm seeing, although that would be an amazing surprise. Wolfen are supposed to be there at the final battle at the Wolf time, so I don't think Wolfen go anywhere. Wolfen Dread, Box Dreadnought, I think's gone.
Gone.
Murderfang, I think same thing. I think we're losing Murderfang.
I think we're losing Murderfang, maybe Bjorn.
Yeah, Bjorn, maybe we keep. Like, I think we could lose him. But Murderfang and all the regular box dreads, I think we lose.
Yeah, but I think Bjorn, maybe if he's going to get upgraded, he might get a new, like a Redemptor chassis.
Or they could even just leave him alone and just like, this is the one box dreadnought left alive, Bjorn the Thunder.
Because he's so old.
So he's be his own unique thing. That would be kind of cool.
Oh man, Thunderwolf Cavalry. I have 20.
Yeah.
I have 18 Thunderwolf Cavalry painted, and I have, I think, 6 painted characters as well as Logan on Chariot. So
same. So I'm thinking this sticks around, but I don't think I'll ever run more than 6 in a list if the codex shakes out the way I'm thinking it is.
Jordan said, yeah, they could give Bjorn an upgrade sprue like they did for the Dread Knight and just put him on stilts, put him in a baby carrier.
Have a Redemptor have Bjorn's so old, just have him on a throne with 2 Redemptors carrying it.
That would be so funny.
No. Bjorn on Storm Rider. Logan's on foot now. He just jumps on Logan's
Bjorn on Storm Rider. Wow.
I'm hopeful we keep Bjorn. Murderfang's kind of new and not iconic, so like he's a fun model, but I don't care if we're losing. But I would be sad to see Bjorn go. And Thunderwolves, we both said I think they're going to stay. I just don't think you're really going to want to run 18 anymore.
Space Marines still have old dreadnoughts. Our Ven Dread just needs warrior options added to still be around. You're kind of it's kind of right that we might keep Bjorn. You know.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Fenrisian Wolves, I think, stick around, especially since they're giving wolves to the what's it called, head takers.
I think they might replace the data sheet. The Fenrisian Wolf data sheet might go away for that new head taker data sheet that splits into 2: 1 wolf unit, 1 dude unit.
Oh, I could see that because they do run on their own. So instead of Fenrisian Wolves, they just have the hunting wolves.
That's what I'm thinking.
In which case, they would probably be on the same data sheet as the head takers.
That's
so
what I'm
actually
thinking.
Free us up a data sheet out of the 20. All right, so actually, I like that thought. That would actually be real good. Gives us another Sky Claws.
I think they're going the way of the dodo.
Yep. I agree. So, Long Fangs. I think we keep Long Fangs.
You think so?
I think so because Space Marines still have Devastator squads. So that they haven't updated Devastator squads to the new Primaris level yet, as far as I know. So,
yeah, I could see that. I don't really have a strong guess either way on Long Fangs, but I could see them keeping them.
No, but they've upgraded Blood Claws. They have Grey Hunters. Long Fangs are one of the, like, you become a Blood Claw, then become a Grey Hunter. When you live long enough, you become a Long Fang. Like, those are like core from the inception of Space Wolf units that were talked about in the progression of them. And then if you become a hero, you go Wolf Guard. Like those,
I think you're right.
Those 4 will always be in Space Wolves, is my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Long Fangs are iconic enough to the faction.
Yeah. Stormfang.
And
I'm
Stormwolf.
I'm assuming we keep those because they still have what are the ones Space Wolf ones called? Not Blood. I want to say Storm Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, I think my guess is unfortunately we are keeping these. And I say
Yes.
unfortunately they're cool models, but aircraft just don't really function well in 40K. And I think they shouldn't really be there.
Lennon's been running the Storm Raven to success. And if we're going to a transport heavy army, like I'm thinking we could be, I could see Stormwolf, bunch of impulsors, one Land Raider, Stormwolf drop some head takers behind their line. Like I could see a spot for Stormwolf over a Stormfang just because it can hold what's it hold? 14? Where does it say?
16.
16. Yeah, so you could put 2 6-man head taker squads in there with freaking Ragnar and a lieutenant blade battle leader. Jesus Christ. And the other one with like the wolf. Like I could see this a 15-man Bloodclaw squad with Yolrickers or a chaplain wolf priest guy, and like I could see a place for a Stormwolf and a Land Raider both pushing up, flanked by impulsors, Thunderwolf squad. Like I think this is gonna be a really fast run the transport up, jump out 3, move 7, advance, and like I could see this being a really dynamic movement army with transports in.
That would be really cool. I love
and that would be fun to play.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it could stay. I think I would hope that they actually address the rules on this because the rules are only very mediocre at this point. But
yeah, that's what. Yeah, we were saying that earlier, and I'm hoping the Wolves do something like if they're in combat with the same unit, like +1 to hit or +1 to wound or something from harrying the enemy for the head takers. My only issue is I'd like to be able to have the option of taking a head taker unit without their wolves because I'm sure it would be cheaper. Because I'm assuming they're going to be in the 80, 90, 100 point range like Blade Guard were. But they get the devastation and precision, so I'm thinking it'll be a little more expensive than Blade Guard. So you're looking at, if you take a 6-man squad, you're already looking at 200 points, then whatever they charge you for the wolves. So you could be at like 250, 260 points just for that one unit if you have to pay for the wolves too.
Right,
Always.
Yeah. What's up?
Now, that'd be cool to have an option to have 1 or 2 units running with the wolves and a couple units with the characters.
Yeah. I think they are going to split at the start of the game. Yeah, about it on your last short.
Cool. Oh, yeah, he was just asking me about what I thought about the stuff, but we're getting ready to do the video, so I didn't respond to it. But yeah, I'm super excited for. I think this will have a super dynamic playstyle, and Grey Hunters are going to be one of the best Imperial units at harassing and stealing objectives.
Man, they do everything well. They move well, they shoot well, they fight well, they have good OC. Yeah, wow. I mean, I'm so impressed. I did not expect that.
And now that they're in Tacticus armor, can Ragnar join them? Can Yolric join them? Who can
they
join
can go
these
impulsors,
units?
right?
Yeah, they can go in impulsors. Let's say they're probably losing rhinos because rhinos can't carry Tacticus currently unless they give them some sort of exception, which I don't see happening. So I think that does. I wish we had something between an impulsor and a repulsor that could carry 10, 11 guys.
Me too.
That
Me
wasn't.
Too.
But drop pods, I believe, can carry Tacticus. So that could be something we see a little more of, some drop pods dropping in with some guys.
Yeah. I think all the pack leaders are going away. They're just not really relevant.
Coach Mike is saying really, really mean stuff to you.
Mike, don't be mean, man. Don't be mean. I'm still grieving. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I think it's a coin toss whether we keep or lose Thunderwolf Cavalry. It's heads or tails. We keep them, we lose them. If we keep them, we're going to have probably 1 Thunderwolf unit and then 1 character. That's it. No 5 different character options for Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Yeah.
Regardless, the whole army, even if we keep Thunderwolf Cav, the whole play style is going to change. It might change data sheets. They're going to lose some of the special rules. We're going to lose maybe Logan's ability changes so you don't get rerolls hit. Who knows? New army.
Yeah. I don't see us completely losing Thunderwolves. I haven't heard that confirmed anywhere, but I do think they will not be as prevalent in the play style.
Right, yeah. I mean, if we did lose Thunderwolf, I would be sad, but I would adapt.
And then we got the Wolfguard pack leaders. I could see them cutting that just because they have so many different options of them.
And they're really not relevant at all.
No, They could just give you the option on the data sheet to take a Wolfguard pack leader instead of making them their whole, like, Blood Claws can take one Wolfguard pack. Like, they could put that on the Blood Claw Hunter data sheet and save us all these data sheets since they're limited to 20. So I think all this stuff will disappear. Now, whether or not they're an option on the unit data sheet as an upgrade, I don't know, but I don't think we'll have individual data sheets for them.
What do you think about the Iron Priest?
I think he stays. He's another super iconic. He's got a whole
Iconic.
different loadout than Tech Marines. So unless they're going to redo Tech Marines to give us that option, I do think we keep the Iron Priest.
Yeah, I think this is a coin toss for me either way. I do remember them being around since I started playing back in the 5th edition.
They used to be able to be on a Thunderwolf.
Ooh, wow, that's
the Iron Priest on Thunderwolves were pretty cool back in the day.
Yeah.
Cyberwolf, I could see getting cut. No one ever runs them.
Nope.
And especially if they're going to redo the Fenrisian Wolf, they could just... Wolf Scouts, they've been around so long, I could see us keeping them. But if we do, hopefully they...
change them.
Well, they'll probably get a new kit to match the size of the new Scouts, if they keep them. And hopefully we get some rules that make us a little more unique than regular Scouts. Because we do the same thing as regular Scouts, we just get like a couple combat options that they don't have.
Yeah, it costs 10 points more.
You pay 5 to 10 points for the exact same unit abilities.
I think this is another coin toss for me, whether we keep them or don't.
Yeah, because they're so similar to regular Scouts now, but they used to be super unique. They used to be able to outflank and come in off your opponent's board edge when Scouts couldn't.
Wow.
So they'd have to give them something new. But Scouts used to be troop, and these used to be elite. Like, they were a whole different thing. Like, Wolf Scouts aren't the initiates. Wolf Scouts are super elite in Space Wolves.
I would like that. I would like different rules. Same with Long Fangs. If we keep Long Fangs, make them like unique. Right now they're just Devastators that have very slightly different rules.
Well, yeah, they get one extra guy, and they used to always be able to give themselves reroll ones against a target, stuff like that. So
I don't know, make them unique.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and from what I'm saying with Blood Claws and the new Grey Hunters, they're actually doing that for once instead of just, let's take the Tactical Marine Squad and tweak one thing, and their Space Wolves are fine. It looks like they actually put some real thought into the design and feel of this army. So wow. So I'm about 75% will keep Wolf Scouts, and they'll do something with them, but I'm not 100% on Wolf Scouts. Vendread, another one, just like Wolf and Dread.
Probably going away.
Yeah,
probably going away.
I have a feeling it might go away. And that's it. So yeah, we have a bunch of the battle leader data sheets can go away. Some of the Thunderwolf character sheets data will go away. Sky Claws. So if we get rid of all that kind of stuff, that does give us the option to keep a lot of our stuff.
A lot of the more iconic stuff. Yeah. I mean, we have so many data sheets. Coach Mike is asking, are you making a list of all the 16 data sheets we have to lose? That's a good question. I mean, I think we can probably guess at 10-ish that we are pretty confident are not going to be around.
Yeah, we were just giving our thoughts. We didn't actually do a count, but here.
We're just throwing some ideas out there. And again, our word is not final.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is just our thoughts. So we'll do for sure first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think all the pack leaders are gone.
Yep.
That's just a regular one. Yeah, so 6. That's 6 there. We can get rid of 6 just with that little bit of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
These, I think, stay. I think stay 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. Those get swapped out, so I don't count those as losing. We think we lose one of these characters, so that's 13.
Yep.
Maybe 14 here, possibly.
Yeah, maybe 14. I would say 15, 16.
15, 16. And you thought they might 17 there with Crom. You thought we were going to lose Storm Rider. So that's 18 there. So 119 we thought Arjac might drop.
And yeah, I mean,
so that's 19. So maybe 3 of those stay, which means Bjorn wasn't on that list. Thunderwolves weren't on that list. So maybe we keep Battle Leader and Wolf Lord for the Thunderwolves. So that's 19 right there. If we're only losing,
yeah, I like
so
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 19 there. If we're only losing 16, that's 19. A bunch of them were just like duplicate battle leaders that no one ever takes.
Pack leaders.
Yeah. Terminator. I keep wanting to say battle leader. Yeah, battle leader. Pack leader. We're losing all the pack leaders, I think. The battle leader and Terminator armor might go away. We just got a new battle leader, so I don't think they're getting rid of all battle leaders. So we might keep the one on the Thunderwolf.
Right.
Yeah, so there's 19 I could see going away, and if there's only 16, that means we'll keep 3 of those. So Arjac and Stormcaller are getting new models. All right, so I figured y'all was saying, so if Arjac stays with the new model, that'd be really cool. Because him and Logan with the new, whatever they're going to do with the new Terminators, that could be a really, really fun unit. That could be something, stick in a Stormwolf or Land Raider or something and just deliver somewhere, or even Deep Strike them.
Yeah. I hope they make Terminators decent again. The only Terminators that I think are good are like Deathwatch Terminators because they shoot hard. That's like the only reason.
Of the Marines. Well, the Deathwing or the Deathwing Knights,
the
-1 damage. Yeah, those are good just because the -1, they're really hard to kill.
Right.
And then on Chaos, you got like the whatever the Death Shrouds and Blight Lords can be pretty good. But yeah, there's no like over the top, really, really good Space Wolf Terminators right now. Which Space Wolves used to always be the best one because we had the best weapon options because we could mix and match everything. Which I'm hoping they keep for a lot of the Wolf units. Because that means I would love to take a 6-man head taker, 3 shield, 3 double weapon, tank the wounds on the doubles on the shields, and just go in with the double weapons and wreck stuff.
Yeah, lone wolf Terminators. Take a single wolf Terminator and you run around by himself. He was like a lone op back in the day. That was dope.
Yeah, that was cool. I preferred when we had the lone wolf stratagem. When the last model in the unit, you pop the strat on them, they became a character. They got +2 wounds and +2 attacks.
Yeah.
And that's dope. Back when characters were untargetable. So all of a sudden, you'd stick the Terminator pack leader in every unit. Like, oh, you killed all my blood claws. 1 CP. Now I have a Terminator 2. So then he was 4-wound Terminator with like 5 or 6 attacks that you couldn't target unless he was the closest target. That'd be cool if one of these detachments gives us like a lone wolf strat, something like that again. I don't think they will.
Man.
But that would be awesome.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff with Space Wolves in the past. I hope they carry forward.
Yeah, that's how I normally am with Wolves, but I'm so happy with what they showed us and how the rules were that I think they actually are going to treat Space Wolves pretty well and fairly this time, which is saying I'm probably going to be heartbroken, but I'm super hopeful with what I saw from the reveals.
I'm very hopeful too. Yeah. I mean,
it wasn't just, oh, here, let me tweak one thing. Here's your Space Wolves, go away.
Yeah. It's not like they're like, oh, the Grey Hunters, they're just intercessors, but they get to advance and shoot. Like,
right, because they could have easily just like your intercessors that can take a chainsword. No, you get a whole different gun, and you get more OC.
And you get a chainsword, and you get more movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I'm so excited. I didn't expect this, man. There was no...
Lone Wolf head takers? That'd be cool. I think he meant Lone Wolf.
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah. There was no hint that they were going to touch Space Wolves. No hint. Nope. There was no hint. There was no... I mean, they did drop that one image of a Space Wolf, like, shadow fighting, you know? Like, but other than that, there was no hints of Space Wolves. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the whole range hits refrex where the next...
Honestly, I find... They treat you the best when they're able to pull off the surprise.
Wow.
If everybody gets in and leaks it and they know it's coming ahead, they're like, oh, well, you guys ruined it. But when they're able to pop it on you like that, I find like they really, really, that's when they really give you good stuff.
Wow. Pretty amazing, man. I'm excited. You know, regardless, it's going to be really cool models, fantastic cool models. They look like the rules are like good enough. They're really unique. Mm-hmm. The sagas, they said that we got 3 detachments, each with a different saga to unlock. I really like that saga strategy because it makes your army better when you play better and when you do cool stuff. It's just a really fun way to play the game.
And I like they said that unlocks additional rules, which means you actually
Exactly.
get to start with something, which was a problem with Champions of Rust the first time.
Yeah, I think also Champions of Rust is probably going to, you know how they did with every codex, they kind of adapt the index, change it slightly. I think that same thing is going to happen with Champions. They'll one of those attachments is going to be the Champions of Rust with slightly different rules.
Yeah. But all right. Any other questions or anything else you want to get into, Aiden? We've gone through the index and the all the reveals.
Man, I'm going to 2 golden ticket events, maybe before the codex drops. So I'm like, does it even matter now? You know,
I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, I got a events couple next weekend. It's like I don't want to play this stuff. It's not.
I don't want to
rules.
paint and build stuff when I don't know what's coming. You
Yeah.
know, like I converted up a really cool character on Thunderwolf, and now I'm like, oh my god, is he just going to be like a paint piece? Oh, that makes me sad. You know, like, Jordan's saying, don't name all the detachments Champions of X, or I'll get really confused. That's
Grey
funny.
Knights aren't real Space Marines, Hans. No, Grey Knights do have good Terminators that are actually path lines. So actually, Grey Knights are really good. I just don't. When I think Space Wolves or Space Marines, I don't really think Grey Knights. I think of them as they do have really, really good Terminators.
And you know what makes those Grey Knight Terminator? Part of the reason what makes those Grey Knight Terminators really good is you have OC3 on 45-point models. Can you imagine OC3 on, 20, 15, 20-point models?
Yeah, I'm thinking Intercessors are what, 85 right now?
Intercessors are 80.
80. All right, so I'm thinking we'll probably around the 90, 100 range with the extra.
I'm thinking that too. Yeah, like there's no, if it's 80-point models that are just better than Intercessors than every way.
Yes. I mean, although back in the day they were the same points as Tactical Marines and just better.
Man, like,
and we used to be able to take 2 special weapons, so they might be able to take 2 plasma guns, 2 melta guns, stuff like that, like they used to.
And the thing is, if the headhunters are priced up similarly as Blade Guard, man, taking 3 units and getting 3 free screening units or engaged units or area denial units or like whatever, like for free, that's really good value. Like I have no, you know how many times I've had 5 Fenrisian Wolves go and charge a tank, prevent it from falling back, or go and screen, or go in like take an Overwatch. Like those OC units, if you get them for free, they're fantastic. Even throw OC 0.
God, if the Wolves were actually OC, that would be amazing.
Oh, if they have OC, you get,
and if they don't restrict us from taking Blade Guard, I could see a fun list of 18 Blade Guard, 18 head takers,
and a bunch of Wolves. That would be so fun, man.
Yeah, especially if they get like the Wolf Guard key or whatever the keywords that trigger in First Company.
I hope they do. I wonder. It's just going to depend on how they write it, but
because First Company is a Space Marine detachment that triggers off Terminator, Stern Guard, and Blade Guard. So I don't know if they'll backwrite head takers so that they get the buffs in that detachment. Because if they did, I have some cool ideas on that. Because I was playing around with that detachment for a while, and it has some potential. It just didn't have enough units.
And the Wolf Priest +1 to wound and heal a guy a turn. I mean,
oh yeah, if he can bring back a head taker, like.
Oh man, +1 to wound on that many attacks, plus also you're healing guys a turn. Like you can't chip
plus your dev and precision into your marked target.
Yeah, wow.
Dude, honestly, I'd stick them with freaking Judicar. Like, all right, come into us. We're fighting first.
Fighting first, yeah. I mean, geez, brutal. Ugh. I mean, I could see. I don't know if I lost you, Matt, but I could see. Yeah, I could see like I wonder if the headhunters only gets the 6 attacks on the character if he takes 2 weapons, or if every guy can take 2 weapons and get 6 attacks.
I believe the way they were talking about it, everybody could.
Yeah, and if everyone can take 6, maybe you throw even a librarian in there, and you just get a 4-up inbolt anyway, but you just get 6 attacks on all the dudes, which would be so
that's
cool.
A thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so we'll see who can join them, because they're going to have the that little caveat thing, like any character that can join a Blade Guard can join this unit.
That's what I'm thinking. They'll probably do like Inner Circle companions.
Otherwise, they'll be restricted to Space Wolf characters that specifically say they can join head takers.
Yeah. Also, we didn't talk about this, but every Space Wolf character, every Space Wolf unit in regular armor goes 7. Ragnar goes 7. Or
everybody in Tacticus, yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, the head takers are probably in the blade guard armor, which I don't think is technically Tacticus. So they'll probably maybe only be going 6. But
the Wolf Priest goes 7. So the Wolf Priest joins. That is confirmed on his data sheet that was
yes.
leaked.
Oh, yeah.
So he can join him, and then that extra inch, he could go the extra inch. So, like, yeah, wow. Like I said, like we talked about this, but 7-inch move, you wouldn't think it matters. It's just a single inch. But sometimes you make the charge where you wouldn't.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I'm just going to look up blade guard real quick and see what armor type they have. Keywords. No, blade guard or Tacticus.
I think they're Tacticus as well.
They are. I'm looking at the data sheet right now on my phone. So they should be Tacticus. So yeah, the head takers should be moving 7 inches as well.
Man, fast. We're faster than regular Marines.
Oh, Rizman's all right. Rizman, what's your question? Yes, we are the 2 most handsome wolf lords in all the world.
Yes,
any other
exactly.
questions?
We are. Wow, man. I really just. He's using a Bane Blade in my friend's first Smash Bully.
What army is he running? If he's running some sort of
gold.
Chaos or Thousand Suns, no, it's fully deserved. If he's running any type of Xenos, yes. If he's playing Imperium, yes, then you're being mean.
If he's running Tau, then Death, 2 Bane Blades minimum.
Yes. But yeah, it just depends on your friend and how close you are. If it's an acquaintance, like a slight friend you're trying to teach, if it's your best friend, then yes, you beat the crap out of him and tease them the whole time.
Yes.
Depends on how close you are, like, and how they take it. Or do they have thick skin or are they sensitive? Like, I can't answer that because I don't know your relationship or their personality.
Yeah. So, what are you thinking about Wolves in the meantime? You're just kind of putting stuff on pause?
Well, I got the 2 events coming up the next 2 weekends that I was taking, or no, just the one this weekend I was taking Candace to. I already did the one last weekend. And then I was thinking about maybe switching it up for the next 2 weekends. Because after that, I'm going to Thailand for 2 weeks. And I believe between the time I leave and the time I get back is probably when I get our drop. So I'm thinking I'm just going to keep running the list I've been running until then, because I don't feel like going back into Think Tank. And then the book drops. So it's like, I'm just going to play the Canis list out for this next month. And then once the book drops, just start from scratch, just playing around with everything.
Yeah, I think I'm really going to put a pause on building new units. So I'm probably just going to, I mean, I've got a golden ticket event coming up in April. I know the Codex is not going to be out.
Nope.
So I'm probably just going to stick with what I have and just use models that I already have painted, I think I'm definitely
use your Thunderwolves before you lose them,
Use them before I lose them. This is the last howl of the Thunderwolves.
No, I think they'll stick around, but use them while they're still worth taking 18 of.
Exactly.
Or 12 of, or whatever you're running currently.
Maybe I go 18 Thunderwolves. Maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah, last hurrah. If you rate your list, the last ride of the Wolves, last ride of the Rohirrim.
Oh my God. I have to, man. I mean, they've been such a fun unit over the whole edition. Oh, yeah. They're such a unique play style. No other army can play that play style. So I just love the way they played. I played probably 150, 200 games with him over this edition. So yeah, I'm gonna give him one last good run.
You know what? You've changed my mind. I'm gonna run the Canis list I have at this last one. I'm gonna run Stormlance full Thunderwolf with Canis at my last 2 events before I leave.
No way! Oh my God!
Be like, fucking deal with this.
Yeah, that would be so fun. I don't know if it's gonna be the best, but that would be.
No, I don't know if it'll be good, but it's gonna annoy the crap out of certain people. I'm just gonna throw all 3 in your face and walk Canis up behind them. Have a couple little piddly units back in the backfield, just chilling, scoring stuff.
Wow, man. Yeah, I mean, I would say for everyone that's watching, if you know your unit's going to go the way of the dodo, give some good games in with it. Give them some good one last run. Jordan's, yeah, that's my plan. Back to the 24 Thunderwolves cavalry charge. Say goodbye to the index. I mean, maybe that's the way. Maybe that's why I run the golden ticket event. 24 Wolves.
Yeah, I should have a GT the last event I'm running before I stop too. So, but yeah, I don't think Thunderwolves are going away, but I think the full Thunderwolf army build is probably going away for being the best build.
I hope so. It was good and it's fun, but it was also, it's been the same since the start of 10th. So I really, wish some new things for the Wolves. Champions is fun. Champions is
Oh,
great.
absolutely. All right. Well, that's it for the reveals and what we think. I think we're going to keep a lot of stuff that people are worried we're going to lose because we're only losing like 16 data sheets, and a lot of those are like pack, like we'll lose like 4 or 5 just like pack leader things that no one was taking, and Lucas.
Cyberwolf.
Like there's a bunch of random shit that no one ever ran and no one cares about that we're going to lose.
Right.
So I think we're going to keep most of the stuff people are a little worried about.
I hope so.
All right. Well, that being said, once again, thank you, Aiden. Thank you, everyone watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that cool YouTube stuff, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Hell yeah. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, Brisbane, keep me updated. All right.